So today's topic is about the lasers. So lasers, in your childhood days you might have used these lasers, isn't it? So one particular frequency of light will be emitted, and in this class let's see how the construction is done, how it is working, what are the characteristic features of it. Okay, so laser is nothing but an acronym. So if you expand this word, it is light amplification by simulated emission of radiation. Okay, so the expansion of laser is light amplification by simulated emission of radiation. So in short form, I can mention it as laser. LASER. Got it? So in this diagram, it depicts the laser light. The first one is giving only one particular red color light. Okay. See, whereas if you observe the sun, from the sun we'll be getting all the frequency of lights. So we know that visible light will be of different frequencies, isn't it? Like with G or that I have indicated here. From sunlight, you are getting it as white light. Actually, if you pass that white light into the prism, we can see the spectrum. Okay, spectrum in the sense white light will be splitted into the visible light of the category with GR, isn't it? So I need not explain much about this because you know these basics in the previous classes, isn't it? So with GR means violet, indigo, green, all these are coming from the sun. Okay, and then normal incandescent bulbs and all, you know that particular only one particular color will be emitted. Okay, so you know this is just like a vacuum tube only. So a light will be emitted from the filament, tungsten filament here. So you'll be getting, based on the gas filled, you'll be getting the color over here. So yellow color bulb, that and all, you know it well. And now this is just like your pen type. From that pen you're getting particular frequency of light which can travel longer distance. Okay, so that is you might have used in your childhood days, laser lights and all, isn't it? Now in this class let's see how the construction is done, how the construction will be done. Actually the basic construction is just like PN junction diode only. The only thing is at the junction, this black area, all are following, right? So the in this black area will have some intrinsic layer over there. Will have some intrinsic layer over there. So in this layer, it will be just like, I mean, the junction itself will be taken. The junction will be it will be filled with some. Okay, near the junction, the area between this N and the line which I am showing here, and the area between this P and the line, this, it will be just like a mirror coated. Okay, because it will be formed as a resonant cavity. Actually, it will be formed as a resonant cavity. What happens? The light over there, which is emitted, which will be emitted, will be resonated. Resonated means what? It gets, see, if you take a empty container and one stone inside it, if you vibrate it, if you shuffle it, what happens? That stone goes one corner to the other corner of the container, isn't it? So it hits the walls of the container and then it will try to come up. In the same way, ray of light will form here. Okay, that is when the electrons from high energy level crosses or goes to lower energy level, automatically light will be emitted in the form of heat. Heat dissipation will be there, and which can be seen in the form of light. Okay, based on the material which you are using. So once it is entering in this region, since it is just like a resonant cavity, just like an empty container, it will be hitting the walls of the container and it reflects at one end. it will be a transparent layer, so the light comes out. Okay, so in this way the operation of laser occurs. Got it? So I can clearly mention it that in direct band gap materials with where high recombination velocities will be used, and this will be formed as a resonant cavity. This cavity is usually produced to increase the light radiations. Got it? Which is between the PN junction, which will be between the PN junction. Now, if we want to observe the construction part of it, we have the first picture which depicts the materials used here will be uh, aluminum gallium arsenide, that is P type, and then aluminum gallium arsenide, which is doped with N here. Okay, both are light emitting materials only. Both are light emitting materials only. Okay, gallium arsenide mainly used material which supports light emission here. Okay, that is high energy electrons from one layer to the other layer. You can see in this diagram. See, we have photon here. Okay, two energy levels are mentioned: energy level 1, energy level 2. So when once the movement of the photon is done, that is from one energy level, higher energy level is E2, lower energy level is E1. When photon moves from E2 to E1, then the light is emitted. Okay, this process is called as stimulated emission. This process is called as stimulated emission. That is higher energy level to lower energy level. If the photon is moving, it releases automatically some radiations. Radiations in the sense in the form of heat. Okay, so that will be based on the material used. You will get that color here. Okay, and now you can observe it clearly. Gallium arsenide here, and one side it is taken as P, the other side it is taken as N, and the white layer, as I told you, near the junction, mirror coating will be there. What is the reason of mirror coating? Means light will be reflected, just like a cavity, resonating cavity, it forms. The junction is formed. The other ends are free, it is transparent, so that light comes out here. Okay, so once the photons, why I am calling it as photon means light carrying element is photon, isn't it? So once it is moving from higher energy to lower energy, it releases light. That released light reflect to that side and this side, that is the junctions between P and the junction layer between N. It reflects and then comes out through the other end. You can see the red arrow here. Got it? So it in this diagram it is mentioned as mirror polished reflecting surface. Got it? And the leads are extended out, which will be taken as anode and cathode. Just PN junction only, with slight modification of the materials used, and the barrier finishing is different. Okay, and if you take cut open the device and see, the structure is given in the second diagram here. So light is reflected here in the red color arrow form. Got it? So the chip is here. You can see it red rectangular portion is mentioned. That is the laser chip. Got it? And it is concealed in one container can. Okay, and the leads are extended out downwards. These are the leads. And now I have explained the operation and physically how it looks. Means this is the laser. This is the device which is taken as LED. Sorry, laser. Got it? Here you have it. Got it? So these are the, based on the materials you use, you will have red color, green color, dark green, or purple, different purple shadings and all. Understood? So the next one is the VI characteristics of it. The VI characteristics, it just forms just like your forward bias only. So up to some value of up to some value, the current flow will be very small. Afterwards, the current flow will be very high, and the light output will be very high here. Okay, so VI graph is drawn between light output as well as the current. Okay, that is output light power. The VI, I should not mention it as VI actually, the characteristic curve. Okay, so it's better to say it as characteristic curve. In this characteristic curve, the graph is drawn between power light output and then here the current. On x-axis, we have current. So if you see, up to some extent, the current is very less. Once the emission, the vibrations and all, which undergo avalanche effect, because of avalanche effect only, you will have high multiplication of spontaneous emission of the electrons goes on. So because of that, you will be having high current with, okay, so sorry, high light intensity. The power will be more over here. Okay, that is seen clearly. And then about the advantages I need not tell too much because you know it very well, isn't it? Low power consumption device, and then economically the cost of manufacturing and operation is very low. That is installation and all, it is very easy, and it can be operated for a long time. Portable, since it is small in structure, it is portable, easy to carry, and highly reliable and highly efficient. Okay, so it is highly reliable and highly efficient. And the next one is disadvantages of laser. These are temperature dependent, and thus if the surrounding temperature change, so the device gets damaged quickly. Okay, it is not suitable for high power applications. For high power what is that, thermal devices and all, it is not suited. And these are some of the significant applications of laser diode. And sorry, we have seen the main disadvantages of laser diode, and then applications of laser diode: fiber optical communication system and all, that is for transferring the data, we can use it. And then barcode reader, for barcode reader we can